Lights out and candles on. Southern California Edison is interrupting power in Malibu this week. We're making sure you are not left in the dark about the outages.
A missed shot. Why experts think youth sports in Malibu are not getting as many kid athletes this year.
And the trick being used to get speeders to slowing down on PCH. News at 5 starts now.
News, weather, and sports. Live from Malibu, this is NewsWaves 32.
Preparing for what's to come, areas of Malibu are set to be in the dark without power. Good evening, I'm Katie Muchler.
And I'm Christina Stratton. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of NewsWaves. Residents in two main sections of town will be without power tonight and tomorrow. NewsWaves reporter Jenna Gartner joins us live with details on the outages that are planned. Jenna?
Thank you. If your power goes out tonight, don't panic. Southern California Edison has conducted some planned power outages for certain areas in Malibu to fix some power lines like these tonight and tomorrow. 92 homes will be without power at times while the SCE does maintenance upgrades on certain power lines nearby. Tonight, the area west of Tuna Canyon Road on the south side of PCH could be dark from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. And tomorrow on the north side of PCH, the area west of Villa Escondido could be without power from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean residents won't have power for the whole time, but they can expect to have temporary outages throughout. While these power outages are not a part of the Malibu emergency fire prevention protocols, they can be a good reminder of how you can be ready when Santa Ana season comes. I spoke to Southern California Edison earlier today, and they gave me some tips for how to prepare if your power does go out. First of all, make sure you have a battery-powered radio and flashlight on hand. Then only use flashlights and not candles in order to decrease the fire risk. If you ever see a downed power line, make sure to leave it alone and call 911. And if you're out driving when the power goes out, be careful of intersections because the traffic lights can also go out. Reporting for NewsWaves 32, I'm Jenna Gartner.
Thank you, Jenna. Lane closures on PCH may add traffic to your commute this week. One lane in each direction will be closed nightly from the McClure Tunnel in Santa Monica to the Malibu Lagoon Bridge from 8 to 6 in the morning through Sunday. During the day, contractors will be repairing a storm drain pipe between Heather Cliff Road and Bonsall Road from 6 in the morning to 4 in the evening. One lane will be open in both directions at all times. You can check traffic conditions by visiting the Caltrans Quick Map.
Malibu is sending out emergency notification tests tomorrow for residents between Solstice Canyon and Point Dume. The tests are to ensure that everyone in Malibu can be reached during an emergency. If you do not receive a test message, contact Malibu City Hall. The city will be testing emergency alerts for Western Malibu next Wednesday.
The Woolsey Fire may be to blame for fewer athletes participating in Malibu sports programs. The city says there has been a 35% decrease in youth sports participation this year. Malibu Little League had 167 players in 2018. This year, the league is down 50 players. Participation in Malibu's Youth Soccer League, AYSO, is down by 140, with around 460 athletes registered this season. This year, AYSO soccer games will not be held at Malibu High due to poor conditions and safety concerns. The Parks and Recreation Committee is meeting tonight at 5:30 p.m. at City Hall to discuss the decline.
A plan to separate Malibu Middle and High School is moving forward.
Building futures. That's the motto for the reconstruction campaign of Malibu Middle School and High School.
This is a very exciting time for the Malibu community.
Currently, both campuses are connected, but a plan is being discussed to separate the two schools.
For so long, it had been basically the middle and the high school integrated, and kind of the middle school identity just wasn't there because of the high school. component.
A new drop-off area is also in the works to ease traffic on Morning View Drive. Funds for these new plans will be partially funded through Measure M, which was approved last year. A meeting is being held tomorrow to discuss the future of the plans.
Tomorrow's meeting is an update of that process, of what we've done in the past several months and where we are today.
The district wants feedback not only on what the school looks like, but what happens inside them.
Getting input from our community, meaning parents, teachers, community stakeholders, students, around what is it that we want our facilities to look like, but how can that support the actual educational programming as well.
Isaac Burgess, director of Malibu Schools Pathway, and his team are striving to create a space for the community.
Another piece of that will be a place where the community can be proud of.
With knowledge that extends beyond Malibu,
we are creating spaces that are going to be future learning ready for our students and the skills that they're going to need as global citizens.
The reconstruction process of both campuses are scheduled to take up to 8 years.
That was Kaylin Mendez reporting. Students and parents are encouraged to come to the meeting to voice their opinions. The meeting will be held in the Juan Cabrillo Elementary School multi-purpose room from 6 to 8 p.m. From a campus split to the district split, Malibu has a new independent educational fund. As the SMMUSD district split moves forward, this year Malibu is not part of the Santa Monica Education Foundation that raises money to pay for art teachers and education supplies. A new group called Malibu Lead is the new fundraising entity for all Malibu public schools. The group's website will be ready soon, but it is already accepting donations.
Calabasas residents are using a city app to report problems. Last month, the most common report was for abandoned and inoperable vehicles. Calabasas residents also seem to have fire safety on their minds in preparation for the Santa Ana wind season. Improper brush clearance was a frequent problem reported on the app. Other complaints included traffic, street lighting, and graffiti. A total of 42 complaints were made in August. Trump in town. The president is making a rare visit to LA. The traffic you could get stuck in tonight.
And hundreds of pounds of marijuana wash up in Malibu, where officials think it all came from.
A cop-out. The strategy being used to get drivers to slow down on PCH. Picture perfect weather today. A sunny 75 and clear blue skies. Details on a cool down after the break.
Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Beware of traffic during your evening commute home. President Trump is visiting Los Angeles today and shutting down major streets. The area around Bundy Drive and Pico Avenue in Santa Monica will be closed tonight from 7 to 8:30. The LAPD is warning residents to expect heavy delays around downtown Los Angeles. Major streets, Sunset Boulevard and Wilshire Boulevard, are closed until 6 p.m. Officials said no bus routes would be affected by the closure.
A ship carrying 577 pounds of marijuana was found in Malibu last Saturday. The ship was found along Pacific Coast Highway near Deer Creek Road. Deputies believe the boat is part of a narcotics smuggling operation. Along with the marijuana was 37 large containers filled with 605 gallons of gasoline. The Coast Guard sent out a helicopter to look for people who may have fallen off the boat, but did not find anyone.
The Lost Hills Sheriff's Department is placing empty police cars around Malibu to make sure residents are driving safe. One decoy car is on PCH near Civic Center Way across from Ralph's. The Sheriff's Department told NewsWaves 32 that the decoys are to make sure Malibu drivers are not speeding on open roads. Studies have shown that unmanned police cars do reduce speeding, but only for the time they are out on the roads. Beautiful weather this week, and now Meg is here to tell us all about what to expect.
It is currently 71 degrees in Malibu and expected to be in the mid-60s tonight. Humidity is at 72% and winds are traveling at 13 miles per hour. If your Taco Tuesday plans are taking you out of Malibu, make sure to dress accordingly. The temperatures for surrounding areas are a little sporadic. Calabasas temperatures tonight are in the high 70s, Agoura Hills and Thousand Oaks will be in the mid to high 60s, and Santa Monica will be in the high 60s, low 70s. Today's fire threat is expected to remain very low over the next few days. Today's surf forecast is not optimal. Winds are picking up throughout the afternoon. However, they are expected to ease coming this evening. Waves are currently reaching between 2 and 3 feet and are expected to remain the same tomorrow. You can try to catch some waves before the tide starts to rebound before dark. Let's take a look at our 4-day forecast. The high for tomorrow is 73 degrees. Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 72 and a low of 60. The sun comes back out Friday to shine throughout the weekend with a high of 74, wind speeds of 14 miles per hour, and a humidity level of 68%. The weekend will remain consistent at 75 degrees with wind speeds fluctuating between 8 and 11 miles per hour.
Gorgeous weather. I guess we'll have to go get tacos after this now.
Let's go get tacos and hit the beach this weekend.
Team turnaround.
After a series of losses, the big upset that has Pepperdine women's soccer team back in the game.
And from burgers to fried chicken and lobster rolls, we take you inside the new restaurant that is bringing comfort food to Malibu.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
An exciting weekend to be a Pepperdine Wave. I heard there was a huge upset this weekend, Austin.
Yes. All of Pepperdine was on upset alert this weekend. And that's because the women's soccer team took down the #2 team in the country.
And this is a player that all conference as the Waves run across. Out in front, the Waves knock it in.
In what head coach Tim Ward called a David versus Goliath matchup, the women's soccer team had their biggest win of the season so far. Up against Stanford, the #2 team in the nation, redshirt freshman goalie Kinsey Eamon had 6 saves in the contest. Pepperdine's only goal on offense was scored by sophomore Izzy Nelson, who was given West Coast Conference Player of the Week. This was Stanford's first regular season loss in over 2 years. And Pepperdine's water polo team has a clean sweep over the weekend. The team played 2 tournaments on Saturday and Sunday, finishing with a perfect 5-0 record. After an incredible freshman year in 2018, Balazs Kosa picked up where he left off and exploded for 12 goals. The team scored double-digit points in every contest, and their most notable victories came against Loyola Marymount and Long Beach State. They'll travel to Santa Barbara on Thursday for a rematch against the Gauchos, the only team to beat them this year.
Wow, lots of exciting stuff going on here.
I know, yeah. Both teams went undefeated over the weekend, and I'll be at the water polo game on Saturday against UCLA. It should be a fun one.
Oh, I think I'll be there too.
Nice.
Is it at home on Saturday?
It is at home on Saturday.
All right, maybe I'll have to come. I've never been to a water polo game before.
That'll be a huge game for sure.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Awesome. Lights, camera, action. Calabasas is rolling out the red carpet for an annual tradition. And
share the secrets of one of the most iconic music groups.
I'll take you inside the family-owned business that's bringing comfort back to dining in Malibu.
Stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Welcome back to NewsWaves. I'm Buddy Kennedy. And this is Around the Town Tuesdays, where I show you what's new in Malibu. This week we take an inside look at Malibu's new hidden gem for comfort food lovers. After spending 7 months in a food truck to raise awareness and gather customer support, Nicholas Eatery was in for an upgrade. Owner Nicholas Finucci's new family-owned restaurant opened on September 3rd, and business has been booming ever since.
On the first day, we had a line of people.
although we told them not to come, to give us some time, but no, people decided to support it.
The new store provides an environment that matches the excellent food, which embraces simple, fresh, and local ingredients with French cooking techniques. Business hours are currently lunch 12 to 3 p.m. and dinner 5 to 9:30 p.m. Nicholas says his favorite part of his new restaurant? The people he gets to serve.
But the people in Malibu are so embracing everything. It's really touching and surprising but from movie star to the clerk at the liquor store, they all came and they all embraced it the same way.
They hope to provide a full 7-day schedule starting in October, as well as brunch and a rooftop terrace. He runs the restaurant with the help of his son Lucas, and the father and son duo will be hosting a grand opening party on September 26th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Make sure you keep on stopping by to see what they cook up next.
Wow, that food looked absolutely amazing.
And not just the food, the people, like Nicholas Finucci and his son, they are so kind. Like the whole time I was there, we just had a wonderful conversation, and the people who came in as well. It was just a really nice community feel, and such good food to match.
Okay. The atmosphere is equally important, I know.
Absolutely. So I would definitely recommend stopping by and just saying, Buddy sent you.
Okay. I will.
Sounds good.
Now we have some entertainment news. Kat is here to tell us what's new in Malibu and Calabasas.
Well, I'm starting off with some great news for local film lovers. The 2019 Calabasas Film Festival begins tomorrow and runs through Sunday. This year's festival will showcase documentaries and short films, including Carte Blanche, that stars Disney Channel alum Dylan Sprouse, and the highly anticipated blockbuster Ad Astra, which stars Brad Pitt, is premiering tomorrow at 7 p.m. All events are at the Regal Theater at the Commons. The city of Calabasas is a
our beauty, quality of life, truly making Calabasas a city in bloom.
Calabasas' video stars Mayor David Shapiro speaking about the city's recovery since the Woolsey fire last November. America in Bloom promotes encouragement nationwide beautification with the use of environmental elements such as flowers and trees. The winning city receives $1,500. Residents can vote for Calabasas' video on the city's website. Although it's been over 50 years, the Beatles' music is still well known and well loved throughout the nation. NewsWaves 32 reporter Hallie Bowe is live at Malibu City Hall with an event that will make you want to twist and shout. Hallie?
Are you a Beatles fan? Tomorrow's event in Malibu may just be perfect for you. Beatles expert Scott Freeman will be live here tomorrow at the Malibu City Hall at 7 p.m. Freeman will be giving his very own multimedia presentation, Deconstructing Abbey Road. The presentation will go into just how the Beatles managed to take over the world with their music. This event is brought to you by the Malibu Library Speaker Series. Admission is free, but you must RSVP by going online or by calling into the library. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Hallie. I'm a big Beatles fan. What about you girls?
Absolutely. I love them. I have so many good memories of just car trips, singing with my family and friends. It just really brings so many good people together.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Very happy music.
Yes. Like, I went to a Paul McCartney concert a few years ago, and I'm still not over it.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
Oh my goodness.
I love that.
That sounds so much fun. Well, although Christmas is 3 months away, these festive treats don't sound so bad. We are telling you about them now. Kale candy canes. Yes, you heard that right. Candy company Archie McPhee is launching this treat for you and your vegetable-loving friends this season. Now, if kale is not your favorite holiday flavor, McPhee also offers Hamdy candy canes that taste like, you guessed it, holiday ham.
That will do it for us this evening.
Have a great night. We'll be back on Thursday.